All right. Hello. Well, this is Ashley, and I'm excited to be here tonight with you guys. This is for our weekly team talk, and we always talk about oils, and the oils are really great. And of course, we have new ones that just came out that we've talked lots about. But I kind of thought it'd be fun to talk about doTERRA's other products, which are the supplements. And most of you, we've talked about the Lifelong Vitality pack, and hopefully you guys are all somewhat familiar with these three products. But doTERRA actually has like 10 more different vitamins and different supplements and things that I thought that I would kind of just briefly go over to get you guys familiar with, and just so you know what's available. So I will start with the LLV. There's the VM, which is the vitamin, it stands for vitamin mineral, and that's exactly what it is. It's a whole food, plant-based vitamin mineral. So there's not synthetic ingredients, there's nothing foreign in there. This is all food ingredients, and it has everything in therapeutic amounts. So it doesn't have it in too much, which can also be harmful, and it doesn't have it too little. It has just enough. It's called the therapeutic quantities, and so that's a really good thing to know. A lot of vitamin companies will it's called fairy dusting, and they'll put just a little bit in there so that they can put it on the label, and doTERRA doesn't do that. They only put it in the amounts that we actually need. So there's the VM, there's the CRS, which is kind of it's our cellular repair, cellular complex, and this has all of our like antioxidants, kind of your fruits and vegetables. This is kind of your powerhouse of nutrients, and it has lots of different things like turmeric in it. We've all heard good reasons to take turmeric. It's very anti-inflammatory. So anyway, it has lots of antioxidant and lots of anti-inflammatory properties. So this is really good for pain and inflammation. This helps our bodies combat inflammation. Excellent, excellent product. And I'll bring this up again a little bit later. Then we have the EO Omega, which is our fish oil, and it's a really great clean fish oil that's, again, in the right amounts that we need. That is so important. And it's really important to take a little bit of fat with your other vitamins. So these three are meant to be taken together because you have your fat-soluble vitamins in here, your A, D, E, and K, that need fat to fully absorb. So it's a really good idea. The standard dose is actually 4 of each of these. And if you need to break them up, by all means do. Take 1 or 2 of each of them in the morning and then another 1 or 2 at night. But don't take like this one in the morning, this one in the middle of the day, and this one at night. They need to be taken together so that you get the proper balance of the nutrition and they absorb together. So that's kind of the foundation. I highly recommend taking those for just general cellular health and vitality. And our cells, oils are great and wonderful, but we need to give our bodies a good foundation, and nutrition is that. And we just oftentimes don't get it in our daily diet. So this is our great foundation to give our bodies what they need, the building blocks to be able to function properly. I'm going to start with a couple of variations. So the CRS is a really great for just kind of the average person, doesn't maybe have a lot of pain, doesn't maybe particularly feel like they have a lot of inflammation, but it's a really good to prevent those things. Mito 2 Max is formulated specifically to have all natural ingredients, but it's supposed to be a little bit more energy boosting. So CRS has energy properties in it, but Mito 2 Max has a little bit more. So if you are extra tired, maybe suffer from fatigue, just general tiredness, this gives you energy that's a boost. And it's not caffeine, it's not a sugar high, it's good cellular nutrition to give your body good energy. So for the general person, CRS is great. If you need a little bit more of a boost in energy, you might switch it out for the Mito 2 Max. And it's really great. I don't know if you guys have seen, whenever you order the LLV, you can customize a vitamin pack and add things for like $10 or $20. It's a really great way to kind of customize your pack. So you can get the Mito 2 Max and have a little bit boost of energy if you prefer. I believe Dr. Hill says you don't necessarily need both of them. It's kind of one or the other. Unless you like taking both of them, it's not going to hurt. But that's kind of the MitoT Max. And then the other one is Deep Blue Complex. This is not the Deep Blue oil. It's not like the soft gels, like the Digestin oil and the Digestin soft gel. This is not the same. Deep Blue is a complex. It's not an oil. And it has all of the good antioxidants and all the good properties specifically for pain and inflammation. So just like I mentioned, CRS has some pain and inflammation properties. This has even more specific nutrients to fight pain and inflammation. So if you're one that suffers from pain and inflammation, you could take both, or you could opt not to take the CRS and take this instead. So just to kind of give you some options for the CRS. One is extra good for energy. One is really good for pain and inflammation. If you don't really need either of those a lot, but just a little, then take the CRS. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. I was just talking to Jill a few minutes ago, and she was telling me she loves to take the Deep Blue. She takes 2 a day, and it helps manage her pain. So this is a really great one too. It's kind of a natural pain supplement, if you will. One of my next favorites is DDR Prime. This is a soft gel. This is a oil blend of frankincense, wild orange, lemongrass, thyme, clove, nioli, and summer savory. And this is a fantastic oil blend. It has all of those oils are great for the immune system, and they're great for our cells. What this does is it helps our body. Our body is constantly making new cells. And so when our body makes cells that aren't exactly perfect, or they're malformed, or there's something a little bit wrong with them, this helps our body slough those off and get rid of them and regenerate new healthy cells. So it is fantastic for just regenerating our cells, helping things build up. If something has been torn, or if there's been some issue after surgery or anything like that, this is a great thing for repairing and rebuilding. Great cellular health. We all have cells that are always constantly dying off, and this helps increase that process. That helps eliminate and get rid of kind of the cells that aren't really functioning at their best, and then regenerate new healthy cells. So they're actually doing a lot of studies right now on this. So this is a really great one. Okay, and then we have the Terrazyme. So if you know Boyd Truman, he's our upline. This is probably his absolute favorite product. These are digestive enzymes. So our bodies need enzymes to function. Enzymes do lots of different jobs. One of them is digest our food. So when you eat something like natural and raw, like a fruit or vegetable, it has its enzymes intact, and that helps your body digest them. When you eat something that's been processed or cooked, our body has to provide its own enzymes to help digest the food. And so the pancreas excretes enzymes to help digest our food. Well, sometimes we eat a lot more processed food than we should, and we eat a lot more cooked food probably than raw. And so our enzymes kind of get worn down. And so this helps our body. It kind of eases the burden from our body of making so many enzymes. The other, so it helps digest our food quicker and more efficiently. The other thing that enzymes do is they help our body repair. They're the ones that are fixing and repairing our connective tissue, and all sorts of different, every time we use our muscles, we get little muscle tears, and then our body has to go repair those tears. It's just kind of part of our process. And so our body is always working at repairing tissue. And so enzymes, they check the stomach. If there's food in there, great. They stay in there and digest their food. If there's nothing in there, then they go and do all of those other jobs. Well, most of the time, our food takes up a lot of the enzymes and takes up a lot of the energy. And so if we don't have enough, then those other jobs don't always get done as effectively and as efficiently. And so they kind of get put on the back burner. And so it's really important to have enough enzymes in your system and in your diet so that your body has enough enzymes to digest your food and go do all of those other important jobs. So this is really, really good to take. You can take it for sure with food, but you can also take it first thing in the morning last thing before you go to bed at night, so on an empty stomach, so that it can go and do those other jobs in your body, all that repair work. So enzymes are really an awesome thing. This has all the different enzymes that we need to digest protein, carbs, fats, everything. It also helps, there's an anti-gluten enzyme, so if you have a little bit of a gluten sensitivity, this will help. Some of that bloating or sometimes that you can get if you eat something you shouldn't have, this is a great thing to take. We often will pair this with the Digestin soft gels. If anybody has an upset stomach, we'll give them one of these and a Digestin soft gel, and they're good to go. So with the digestive line, there's also the digestive tab. So these are the little, they're like a Tums. They're a calcium carbonate with the digestin oil. So you chew it and it tastes like digestin. So it's a little bit harder to get used to. I love the digestin oil, but to chew it in a tablet is a little different, I must admit. But it works for heartburn or indigestion, anything like that, pretty quickly. So this is a great little tablet to take. This is, I think, their newest one. So if you have heartburn or anything like that where you would reach for a Tums, this is like 10 times better. Okay, I'm going to talk about let's talk about the bone nutrient. Okay, so these are the women's, this is the doTERRA women's line, and one of them is the bone nutrient. So this is a calcium and magnesium, and it has lots of other things in here. Some vitamin D and some zinc and some copper. It has a few other things to help the magnesium and the calcium absorb. But this is specifically for bone health. So this is really good for, as we get age, especially women, we start to lose some bone density, and our vitamins and minerals that you need for bones, we just don't absorb them as well anymore, and they just don't, it's just harder to get good quality bioavailable calcium and magnesium. And so this is a good form that our body can absorb it, and it just gives us that little boost that you may need. So the recommendation is to take, I think, 4 a day, unless you're taking the LLV pack. If you're taking the LLV pack, then you only need 2 a day, because you'll get some calcium. You'll get most of the calcium and magnesium that you need in the VM. So if you take these together, you can still take the full dose of this and then just add 2 of the bone nutrient for extra bone support. If you're not taking the VM, then go ahead and take 4 of these, the full dose. And these were actually made to take together. So this is the phytoestrogen, and this is a really amazing product to help balance our hormones, and it balances our estrogen. So it doesn't give us estrogen. We pick up, there's good and there's bad estrogen, and we pick up bad estrogen all the time, from microwaving our food, from eating canned food, from eating chemicals, eating pesticides on our raw fruits and vegetables. We can pick up bad forms of estrogen from lots of different places. And so what this does, it helps slough off all of that bad estrogen and then allow our own natural estrogen, the good estrogen, to balance out. And so that's kind of an overly simplified way to think about estrogen, but just know that there's good and bad, and this helps us get rid of the bad so the good can balance, but it's not giving you any estrogen. So don't feel like you're taking a hormone. It's not a hormone supplement. It's not going to get in the way of any of hormones if you are taking any hormone supplements. This is just going to get rid of what you don't need, essentially, and help the good, what's left, balance. Okay, so these are made to take together. And I heard Dr. Hill or Rob Young, I can't remember, one of the owners of doTERRA said, individually, they both support and balance like 12 different things in our body. You know, they help manage our calcium, magnesium, whatever it is. There's about 12 different things that they do. But together, when you take them synergistically, now they balance over 400 things in our bodies. So these are really powerful to be taken together. So that's the women's bone nutrient and phytoestrogen. Okay, a few more here. So this is the Slim and Sassy. This is the Slim and Sassy oil, just put in a soft gel. And if you don't love the Slim and Sassy taste, you can swallow it, put it in take one of the capsules, and you don't taste it. I personally really like the taste of Slim and Sassy, and I add it to my water. And I feel like when I taste it, that's what gets rid of the sugar cravings. So this, I think, helps just kind of manage my hunger all throughout the day, or helps with kind of the like sugar ups and downs. So this is kind of a soft gel if you don't love the taste of regular Slim and Sassy. Okay, so the last three I have are the cleanse oils. So there's 3 different ones in for a cleanse. So the first one is Zendocrine, and this one is it's not like the soft gel. So there's the soft gel Zendocrine, or there's the Zendocrine oil, and the Zendocrine soft gel has the Zendocrine oil in it. Okay, so it's kind of like the Slim and Sassy thing. If you don't want to rub the Zendocrine on, or you don't want to taste it, just take the soft gel. This is different. This is a complex. This is a whole food blend. So this has more herbs and antioxidants and whole food herbs in it. It's not oil based. And this is actually meant to take with the Zendocrine soft gels. So it's a good idea to take the oil and this together. You can either take the oil or the soft gel. You don't need them both because they're the same. So either in the oil form and then the Zendocrine. And this helps your body. It specifically supports your body's excretory system, which is your body that excretes things, your filters, all of your things are cleaning out, the organs that have cleaning out jobs, like your liver, your kidneys. Those are both things that are cleaning out. And so this supports those organs. So it's a really great liver support, really great gallbladder support, really great kidney support, all of those organs and endocrines that support our cleansing process. This feeds them. It helps them nourish them so that they can do their job better. And it's good to take it with the oil because the oil helps kind of open everything up so that everything can flush out and detox. So it's really good to take it together, kind of nourish and support that detoxing process, and then let the oil kind of flush out and actually help the things release. So excellent product. If you're wanting to do a cleanse, I would start this and take this for about a week. And then once this is in your system and all those cleansing organs are just really opening and cleaning out, then you can add in the next cleansing product, which is GX Assist. And GX Assist is a soft gel, so it's filled with oil. And it has oregano, manuka, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. And those oils, those 5 oils or 6 oils together are a powerhouse for cleaning out specifically yeast and bad bacteria in your gut. So if you have, maybe you get bloated or crampy, or you crave sugar a lot, or you're not able to go to the bathroom properly, this will help balance out your digestive system and get rid of all the junk that's not supposed to be in there. All the overgrowth of yeast, all the overgrowth of bad bacteria. It will not hurt the good bacteria. So you have good bacteria and bad bacteria in your gut. You need the good guys to fight off the bad guys. This will not hurt the good guys, only the bad. So you take this for 10 days. You can take 1 to 3 soft gels a day. You can take, I would recommend taking 1 at a time. So morning, noon, and night, or morning and night. If you only wanted to take 2, you could just take 1 a day if you wanted for very mild. But this will help just clean out all that junk in your digestive system. If you do get a little bit of a stomach, sometimes I get kind of a burning pain in my upper abdomen when I'm on this. Like I can tell it's just killing everything off. It's called die-off pain. And if you get that, put a little bit of Digestin oil on your stomach and it will completely get rid of that. So sometimes I just will take it at night and then I sleep through it and I don't notice it. So, but just be aware of that. Sometimes it can give you a little bit of just kind of an uncomfortable stomach, and so use Digestin for that. But so you're going to take this for 10 days. So start out with this for 10 days, add this 10 days later. You can take them together. And then after 10 days of taking this, stop taking it, okay? Just take it for 10 days and then that's it. And then you're going to start taking PB Assist. So PB stands for probiotic. Okay, so probiotic is the good guys. That's the good bacteria. And this has 6 billion CFUs of good bacteria. Okay, so you've just weeded out all the weeds, you've weeded out all the stuff, and now you're going to replant with good, healthy, fresh bacteria that your body needs to give yourself a good immune system, give yourself good digestion, all the good things that you need that good biome, that good flora in your gut. And this is what restores that. So these 3 are really, really great, cleanses. So you can take this for 10 days, and you can actually continue taking this through the whole process if you want. And then start in on this for 10 days and then stop, and then take this. Whoops. And what I recommend is taking this and loading up on it for 10 days. Take 3 capsules a day, morning, noon, and night, and load up on it. And then finish out the bottle if you forgot a few, or you kind of take this one each day from there on out. But it's kind of like planting grass seed. You've weeded everything, you've cleaned it all out. Now you need to lay good grass. If you were to lay grass seed, you wouldn't do a little bit each day. You would just pile it all on the first few days and water it good and let it take and grow and cultivate and grow roots and let it go. And so that's kind of the same concept with PB Assist, is you really want to load up on it in the short amount of time that you can. So about a week is a good time. So this is where you want to be really diligent in taking at least 2 to 3 capsules a day for a good week or so, week to 10 days, to really get a good amount in your system. And then you can kind of taper off and just do 1 a day for maintenance. So those are kind of the basis of doTERRA's supplements. There's kind of something for everything. They also have kids vitamins, which I really, really love. And my kids like, more importantly. So this is the A to Z chewable. This is the kids version of the VM and the CRS. So this is going to give them their vitamins, their minerals, and some antioxidants in there, like kind of like their fruit and veggies. That's kind of how I think of the CRS. So this is a combination of both of these in a child form. And I believe a full dose for children is 2 a day. So 2 a day for children. I think I've heard somebody say for adults, if you prefer to take a chewable, just take 4 of them a day. So sometimes I'll take these instead of the adults because I like the way these taste. So sometimes if I don't feel like swallowing like 8 pills, I'll just chew a couple of these and call it good. So so these are kind of fun to switch it up with. And they have all the good vitamins and minerals and antioxidant blend, all the superfoods. Similar to the CRS. So this is a great one for kids. I have my 5-year-old and loves these. She takes 2 of these every day, loves it. My older 2, they're kind of done with the whole chewing a capsule thing, and they would rather just swallow something so they don't have to taste it. So it's up to, and they're older, 10 or so, so I just give them a half a dose or 1 capsule of each, and they're fine. But my 5-year-old loves these. So these are great kid options. It's so important for kids to have good nutrition. I mean, we know they just don't eat all their vegetables and all the things they should. So, I mean, neither do we, but we try our best, and this kind of fills in the gap. So it's really important for kids to have their vitamins. So then they have their IQ Omega, which is equivalent to our fish oil, our EO Omega. This is the kids form, and it's just a liquid oil, and it's orange flavored. You can have them drink it like in a little medicine cup or in a little glass and drink it down. It's fish oil. It has orange oil in it to flavor it. I usually will add it in a smoothie or something like that. They don't really love to drink it plain. They'll drink 1 little tiny sip of it, but I don't think they're really getting enough. I guess they only need 1 teaspoon. Maybe they are. They'll just take 1 little sip, and then that's kind of usually they're done. So I will just add it in their smoothie. I actually will sometimes use this as salad dressing also. So sometimes I have a hard time finding good salad dressings that don't have a lot of junk in them. And so I'll just pour a tiny bit, and I have to add a little bit of salt to it to make it taste good. But it kind of makes a good salad dressing. It kind of is a little bit different. So it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you'll have to try it and see what you think. So, but this is the kids' IQ Omega. Fish oil, your omega-3s are so good for brains, for growing brains. It helps all the neurons and all the pathways and all the things that, you know, kids' brains are just learning and growing so much. And the omegas really help support them. So omegas is really good for brain health. So really good for kids. Probably my kid's favorite is the PB Assist Junior. These are awesome. So it's the kids version of the PB Assist. And it's really fun because they come in a little packet like this. There's like 30 of them in here. And they come in these little packets, kind of like a pixie stick. So each of the individual bacteria is individually coated. And so it's powder in here. And so you just tear or cut off the top, and then they can eat it like a pixie stick. And it tastes really, really good. My kids love these. When we first got them, they easily take 2, 3, 4 a day. I mean, I kind of had to limit them. And now they're not quite so new and exciting, so they've cut it down to just 1 or 2 a day. But if I leave them out on the counter, they will go nuts and keep going back for more. So these are excellent. They taste good. I like them. Sometimes, again, you know, I don't feel like swallowing a big pill, so I'll take the PB, and it tastes really good. Sometimes if I have a little sweet, you know, if I need something sweet, I'll take one of these because they're very sweet. They're I believe they're flavored with stevia. There's no sugar in them, but they xylitol is what they're sweetened with. So they're very, very good and very fun in the little packet, and my kids like them. So kids need good probiotics. You know, all the germs, you know, their immune systems are still building, and they need good bacteria as a base in their system. So those are all of, I think I got them all except for the other soft gels, but I think those are all of doTERRA's vitamins. Like I said, the oils are great and wonderful. We all know and love the oils, but we do need good nutritional foundation. So the vitamins are a great place for that. So I definitely encourage you to order the LLV, and because this is kind of a good place to start, and then customize a pack and try a few different ones that you haven't tried. Be adventurous and try a cleanse, or try the DDR Prime, see what you think, or switch it up with the Mito 2 Max, see if you notice a difference in energy, or add in the Deep Blue, kind of customize a kit and kind of get what you get what you want. It's kind of fun. We just have a few minutes, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute and ask about any supplements.
So I just had some questions because I have some CRS that I just haven't opened, but it says that it expires in 2014. So I don't know if I can still use it or not, but I also have a couple others that expire in like 2017. So I feel like those ones are okay to use, but I don't know about the 2014 one.
You know what? I just opened a bottle of 2015. I think it was my Mito 2 Max was 2015. Yeah, my Mito 2 Max was 2015, and I took it and had no problem with it. I know that the FDA is the one that sets expiration dates for vitamins and for supplements. And so, like, I know the oils have expiration dates on them because they have to, because they're considered a supplement, but it doesn't really mean anything. They'll last a lot longer. So I kind of feel like that with the vitamins too. If they're just a little bit out of date, I kind of look at them, smell them. If they don't smell bad, you know, I think they're probably okay. The 13-14 one though, that's a little bit on the older side. I mean, you're getting into 3 years. I would probably open it and smell it. You know, I'd kind of see if it looked okay. Sometimes they get moisture and the capsules will darken. I mean, technically, I should probably tell you, no, it's expired, you shouldn't take it. But if it were me, I'd probably still take it. Like,
Yeah.
just being honest, I'd probably still take it and not think twice about it. But that is probably, like, I mean, I just opened at 15 and I was okay with that. But 13, 14, I don't know. It's up to you.
And then I probably missed it, but how does Terrazyme fit in with the GX Assist and the PB Assist and this endocrine?
Oh, okay. So Terrazyme is your enzyme supplement. And so it's real, your enzymes, of course, digest food. And so you want to make sure you have enough to properly digest food. But then they also go in and do lots of other jobs in the body. They support connective tissue. They also do help with cleansing. And so it's a good idea to take them with food to help digest food. But then it's also a good idea to take them on an empty stomach once in a while, or maybe once a day, like early in the morning or at night before you go to bed, so that there's actually, your system has plenty of enzymes to go in and do all of those other jobs, like rebuild connective tissue, rebuild any tissue that needs rebuilding, helps with those cleansing processes. So that's a really good point. If you are doing the cleanse, I highly recommend for sure being on Terrazyme and including that in your cleanse. I would be taking one. Yeah, I would take one first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, kind of get things going, take them with food, and then take it again at night on an empty stomach. So I would definitely include that with your cleanse protocol. I mean, it's good to take all of the time too. This often gets set on our kitchen table, and so when everyone's eating, we all pass around a bottle and take one. So it's really good to take with your food all the time. But if you're cleansing, if you're doing the cleanse, I would definitely add this in your regimen. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you guys have any other questions? Okay, well, I thought we just have a few more minutes. I thought I would do we usually try and do a little bit of oil education and a little bit of kind of a business tip or business spotlight. And I wanted to talk just really quickly about goals and vision boards. So if you guys, it's a good time to kind of reevaluate. A couple times a year is to kind of write out your goals and write as if they're happening now. So like I always write mine with I am statements, and I always include happy and grateful. So I am happy and grateful that, da, 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 da. And write out your goals, things that you're wanting, things that if this next year could be the best year ever, what would happen? What would that look like? And write out some ideas of things that would happen. And then once you have your kind of list, I typed mine up and I printed it, and I put one on my desk, I put one in the bathroom, I put one on my bathroom mirror, but put it in a few different places. You could put it on your fridge, you could put it on your kitchen cabinet, put it in a few different places so that you're always kind of can read over it and look over it. And then if you're really ambitious, I love making a vision board or a goal board. And you can take just a piece of white poster board like a color, doesn't matter, but a piece of poster board. You could take a cork board. You could just designate a spot on your wall, but just tape and put a few pictures up in there of things that you want. It's really good for our brains to see pictures and to visualize what things that you're wanting in life. So if you're doing doTERRA as a business and you're wanting to receive an income from this, then put those goals up there. How much money do you want to make? What rank do you want to be? You want to help 100 people or 1,000 people. Put some goals up there. If you're not doing doTERRA as a business, and it's still a good idea to have goals and always be working towards something in your life that you're working on. So it's a really fun exercise. We just did this last week, is typed up our fresh goals for the next year, and put them in different places, and kind of redid our vision board and printed fresh pictures up there and kind of rearranged it and put some things on there. And it's really fun to just kind of feel kind of rejuvenated and just kind of refocused. It's a good time to put some oils on, diffuse while you're doing that, and just kind of help get focused on the things that you want to do and you want to accomplish this year. So anyway, that's my business tip, is kind of really evaluate what you want and put it out there. Speak it, read it, see it, think about it every day. Like I said, I have mine in my bathroom, so every time I go to the bathroom, I'm quickly reading over it. But if you don't have it in your bathroom, put it by your bed maybe. So every morning it's the first thing you see, and at night it's the last thing you see, and just kind of review those things morning and night. And it's fun to, when those things happen, to take them off of your vision board. And then I always put it in a folder. I just have a little, 2-pocket folder that I stick all those pictures and all those things in, because it's really fun maybe when you're not having quite such a good day or feel like nothing in the world is going right. It's kind of fun to look through that folder and see all of the things that you have received and that you have, that have came into your life that you had put up on your vision board. So it's really funny just to just to look back and see what things have shown up for you. I have lots of fun vision board stories. Your mind is a powerful thing, and it attracts things when you're focused on something. I had a new computer on my vision board for a while, it had just actually only been like a month or so. And my dad called me, up and said he had a friend that was, could get some refurbished Macs for a really good price. And he's telling me all about it. And I'm just like, yes, this is too good of a deal to pass up. And so I was able to get a brand new computer that I thought wouldn't happen for, another year or so of saving, but it was, a quarter of the price.
What up?
The Mac for.
Hey,
And
I'm listening to a class.
Sorry.
So things like that
That's okay.
kind of happened. And the funny thing is the picture that I had chosen for my vision board was a picture of a Mac, and on the screen it was a scene from a movie. And so sure enough, like a month or 2 months later, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, where have I seen this picture, this scene from? And I went back and looked on my vision board, and it was that scene from my picture on my vision board. Just crazy stuff like that. So your brain really does start to find different ways to bring those things into your life. So anyway, I encourage you to write out your goals, be specific, and then make a vision board. And I'm not too particular on putting dates. Some people will tell you put an end date, put a date when you want this to happen. And I don't do that because, number one, if you go past that date and it doesn't happen, then you get kind of discouraged and you start having negative thoughts like, well, this is never going to happen. And so I don't like to put dates. I feel like God knows better than I do on when I need these things. So it's going to be brought to me when I need it. And and he knows better than me. So that's the first thing. But then the second thing is sometimes I might put a date on there, but it might get to me sooner. But because I put that date on there, now it's going to take that much longer. So I just want it to come whenever. I just put out there that it's coming at the perfect time for me. And I don't know that date yet, but I just know it's the perfect time. So you can put a date. It's totally your call. It's your vision board, however you want to do it. But that's just my preference, is I'd rather it just come to me in perfect timing. And sometimes that's sooner than what I was thinking, and sometimes it's later than what I hoped for. And either way, it's all in good timing. So anyway, do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have a vision board? Anybody have a goal or vision board? Okay, well, that's your guys' homework and assignment is make a vision board, make a goal poster, write out your goals. If you guys are brave, you can snap a picture of it, post it on the comments when we post this recording. I'd love to see it. Maybe I'll take a picture of mine and post mine on there. But they're fun to have and fun to see. You guys have any questions?
No.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for being on. I don't know your name. So I know Jill and I know Bobby, the one that asked about the Terrazyme.
I'm Kimberly. I'm Jill's daughter.
Okay. I knew you looked familiar. Thinking that. I'm glad I asked. Okay. Well, welcome to our team or to our call.
Yeah, I'm glad I
It's
joined.
good to have you. I know I've seen you before. I know I've met you a couple times, but it's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Well, you guys all have a fantastic night, and we will see you next Tuesday. And take your vitamins and make a vision board. Good night, guys.
Good night.